Hello and welcome everyone to the Organelle podcast. My name is Xaviour Greenhalgh, the lead developer of the digital health platform Organelle. And joining me today is none other than our founding practitioner, Mr. Lionel Godwin. How are we doing today, Lionel?
Xaviour, I am extremely well. Thank you for asking, and I'm really excited to be here on this inaugural Organelle podcast. It's the start of a really exciting journey in the health and wellness sector.
Yeah, I think it's going to turn into something fantastic. Absolutely. And as it is the first episode of the Organelle podcast trademark, I couldn't think of a better question to start with than why. Why Organelle? But that's a bit broad to give without any background context. So, what I want to start us off with, Lionel, is what is the big problem with modern health?
Modern health's biggest problem as we sit here today is the fact that it's a system that is overwhelmed and overrun. Not because of a lack of integrity or a lack of care from the people practicing within the current system. The numbers just far outweigh the capacity to deliver. If you look at all of the current news stories, all of our healthcare providers are under pressure. GPs and other healthcare professionals are leaving the industry at a great rate because of their levels of stress and anxiety and overwork. And the system's just not coping. So there's got to be a better way. Not only is the system not coping, clients themselves or patients aren't getting the level of care and understanding that I think is absolutely imperative to them owning their own health and wellness journey and getting the advice and the support that they need to own that health and wellness journey.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those situations where, although medical technology has evolved at an astounding rate, the actual process of healthcare hasn't really changed since the 1900s.
No. And
No.
it's a problem. It's a problem not only for patients, it's a bigger problem for the practitioners. These people are overworked, overwhelmed, underpaid, and aren't able to deliver on what I'm sure they set out to deliver on when they first got into medicine. And we want to help them. We have to help them. The system's not coping. We need to be able to take the pressure off the system. And I honestly believe that Organelle, with its really exciting developments that it's making using automation and artificial intelligence and the skill sets of you guys as technicians, that we can provide massive support to the industry as a whole, but more importantly, give much better outcomes to our patients.
Yeah, we've gotten excited there, haven't we?
We
Organelle,
have.
the company that we both obviously work for and have founded, is the solution to this perceived problem because we think it's going to offer tremendous value to the world, being a digital pathology platform. Do you want to explain to the viewer what that means, Lionel?
Yes, so we are. We're a digital platform service that uses biomarkers as its key component in advising and making recommendations to our clients. So it's a digital health and wellness platform that is available not only via your apps but on your computers. It's full of information around your biomarkers. And for those that don't understand what biomarkers are the information that is in our blood and in our blood works. The one thing that we know in this health and wellness industry, and blood works and blood testing has been around for many years now, but not a lot is understood about the biomarkers themselves, and doctors traditionally don't give out a lot of information to their patients around what their actual biomarkers mean or how they work synergistically together. So Organelle is this one stop facility through its digital health platform that one allows you to access pathology request forms, two, get that data displayed and back to you in a way that it's very clear and precise, three, that provides you with absolute integrity of information, but also the support that you need to understand what these biomarkers mean and what control you have over those biomarkers through your day-to-day activities. And they include your sleep, your eating, your exercise, and the environment in which you live.
Yeah, it's exciting to be obviously at the forefront of this, but also kind of sad to see how inefficient the old system is. Even just the fact that your normal GP isn't ever going to actually issue a blood test unless they think there's some off chance it's going to indicate some kind of problem that they're already seeing symptoms for. Whereas for Organelle, we start right off the bat with getting the blood test done because what more could you want than an objective reference that you can score towards understanding how healthy someone is and how sick they are? Especially when
Exactly.
the alternative is just a bunch of physical symptoms that could be tied to a billion different things.
Any one of them, those physical symptoms could be any one of a million things. And again, this is not to denigrate the people in the health and wellness industry or doctors or GPs or whomever, but you are 100% right, Xaviour. We need people to be able to get access to this information if and whenever they want it, not at the picking and choosing of a GP. If you want to get a blood test done, it is your God given right to get that blood test done. We're going to provide that for you through Organelle. More importantly, though, we're going to then work with those blood test results so you can really, really get on top of whatever it is you might be getting on top of, or fully understand what they all mean so that you can control them again through your lifestyle choices, through your eating, through your exercise, through your sleep, through your social life, through your work, getting this understanding and exercising that control and having access to whatever blood test you want, irrespective of why you want them, then for me, that's a great starting point. And why shouldn't we be able to access them? You know, it's not our fault that the system is overwhelmed and GPs don't really want to just be getting you to get your bloods because then they have to keep following up with you. we That's our badge of honor. We want to follow up with you. We want you to understand your biomarkers. We want you to be able to use them. We want you to be able to track them. We want you to be able to share them should you want to share them. But most importantly, we want you to own the influences around those biomarkers. And that's what Organelle will deliver. It'll deliver you that capacity to not only access them, but you will own them, and we will support you every step of the journey.
100%, 100%. We live for that stuff. We want to take your health out of some practitioner's filing cabinet and put it right in your hands, don't we?
Yeah, we want you. We actually want you to own it, and with that ownership comes a hell of a lot of responsibility on you. Because once you've got the data, and if you choose not to use it, then that's on you. But if you do choose to use it, just like you and I, me as a 63-year-old, I use it all the time. You as a 21-year-old probably don't see the significance of it, but I know in the discussions that I've had with you, you are now so much more aware of the things that you need to be doing as a 21-year-old to make sure that you can be the best version of yourself that you can be. And that's what excites me. I've lived the journey. I've used my biomarkers all my life to get me to the point that I'm at in my life. And for me, that's been my insistence on getting all these tests, driven doctors mad. They don't and haven't always wanted to do what I've wanted them to do, but I've insisted on using this information and getting this information and understanding it. I think everybody should have the same opportunity, and it's our God-given right, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, now audio listeners probably haven't noticed because obviously they can't see you, but you are in spectacular shape for a 63-year-old, my man.
Yeah, I've got a good head for radio, but the body's all right.
Well, I mean, even myself, I'm pretty young and I've only been into blood tests for the duration of my stint developing Organelle. But I have seen a tremendous feedback in my life. It's just so empowering to not just have the sense of, oh, I think I'm a little unhealthy, but to actually know, oh, I'm unhealthy because my testosterone level's a little bit off, and that's why I might be predisposed to certain conditions or moods. And then all I have to do is rely on an expert like yourself to guide me in fixing that. And there you go.
And that's a really good point that you made. You might be feeling something on a day-to-day basis, but have no understanding why. You go to your doctor, you get your blood test done. He says to you everything, or she says to you everything was in range. But if you take that away and look at your total bloods, as well as what you're experiencing, we can then help you understand that through Organelle. We will tell you why. If it's tiredness, if it's mood swings, if it's, every time I eat something, I get this feeling, or, when I slept poorly, I had this feeling, or when I watched a sad movie, I was overcome with emotion. We can look at all of these things and through your biomarkers and go, okay, you might be deficient here, you might be deficient there. You might not be greatly deficient, but by understanding that information via the biomarkers, we can deal with whatever it is you might be thinking you're feeling and either validate that feeling or give you a reason why you're feeling that way, but also give you a solution. And for me, that's the most important part, and this is not about you or I, this podcast, but, I know from my conversations with you over the last 18 months, the information that I've been able to share with you around your own personal health and wellness journey has been one that has been made even more meaningful for you because you've had the reference points from your biomarkers. So we can look at those and I can educate you and assist you in achieving your goals and aspirations, as Organelle will do for all of our clients, by getting you to understand the little nuances of those biomarkers.
Yeah, it just occurred to me as just a nice metaphor for how to lay it out. But before I was kind of into the organelle process, improving my health kind of felt like I was trying to climb a mountain with nothing but a map written in another language. But by applying this kind of four-step process that Organelle uses, and getting my blood work done and getting consultations from you to guide me, it's like instead of just wandering around the mountain range, there's a red carpet that's rolled out straight to the top. Granted, I still got to do the walking up the mountain myself, but I know it's the most efficient path to get up there.
Yeah. And that's the exciting part about it. It's actually understanding, what elements of your life that you may need to change or be more consistent in, or even just validating what you're currently doing. That, everything you're currently doing might be perfect, but if it's not, and even if there's little subtle changes, the biomarkers in your bloods are going to show us those and tell us those. And then in those consultations that we have, we can look at what it was that you've done or what series of things that you've done that may have contributed to those changes in the biomarkers, whether they're for better or for worse. And that's the beauty of the bloods. The saying that bloods don't lie is so accurate. And that's why I love them. For me,
Mm.
they are the windows to our soul. They give me all the information that I need, one, to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be, but also give the best information that I can possibly give to anybody who wants to be on a journey of really understanding, owning, and participating in their health and wellness journey. And for me, it's the most exciting thing. I realise my own mortality, and I'm closer to the end than I am at the beginning. But when I do reach the end, I still want to be as bloody excited and as fit and as healthy and as goal orientated as I am now, because I have that understanding and I apply it to my every single day.
Yeah, I'm so excited to take that understanding that you've painstakingly cultivated over 40 years of practical experience in the industry and just transfer that to all of our clients just in the most
Yeah.
efficient way possible so they can enjoy that as well without having to potentially backpack around the world studying everywhere.
Yeah, and how exciting for our clients, how exciting to be able to have this
Mm.
digital health platform that represents them totally in terms of their biomarkers, but also gives them the capacity to own the journey. I mean, for me, I think this is the future of health and wellness, this capacity to build relationships with our clients, give them reference points that are incontrovertible, that you cannot deny what your bloods are telling us. So we've got that capacity at Organelle to really share the journey with you and to allow you to own it and to just go right. I finally feel as though I can control this by virtue of the information that I'm getting, the support that is given, and the reference points that I have through the digital health platform.
Absolutely, man. It is such a great time to be doing this. Right.
It
I think
is.
we've said enough to get anyone who's possibly going to be interested in maximizing their health and fitness into this as we could possibly say. What I want to do now is try and lay out what we've touched on over that last few excited rambling. I talked before about the four-step journey, the customer experience, the health journey that we guide someone on when they sign up to Organelle. Could you walk us through that just briefly?
Yes. So, you make contact with Organelle, you register your um, details, you talk us,
Mm.
we ask you some questions around your goals and aspirations, a few health questions. You then request your pathology form consistent with your goals and aspirations. That once you've fulfilled, got that pathology form and got your bloods done, that information automatically comes back via our automated system into our artificial intelligence, which interprets all of that information. You then have a one-on-one with our healthcare practitioner, myself or others, and we then start you on your journey. And that journey starts once we've got those blood tests. Well, that journey starts once you recognise that Organelle is the right fit for you, and then it ends when in 50, 60, 70 years' time, you thank Organelle for the quality of the life that you've had.
Wouldn't that be a dream?
It would be.
Okay. If you're interested at all in what we've been talking about today, obviously there'll be more to come. You'll hear more from us. But if we piqued your interest already and you want to give this thing a look over and maybe give it a try, you can just navigate your way to Organelle, organelle.com.au, and that'll get you started right away. Okay, Lionel? I think we've sufficiently answered the question of why Organelle. Do you agree?
I do, and you look, I'm excited. I'm excited not only for us at Organelle, but I'm excited for those that come on the journey with us because for the first time, for a long time, for a lot of people, I think they will realise just how much they control their own health and wellness. So thank you. Really love the work that you guys are doing, and it's made my job so exciting.
Oh, we feel much the same way. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much for your time, both now and before. I'm looking forward to 100,000 episodes of this show with you, my man. For now, have a good one.
You too, and take care.